Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are we all?
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. Hello there.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening,
How are we all
good
doing?
evening, good evening. Well, hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Woo! What a start. Good. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Open Collab's first birthday party. Woo! As part of Lyra Bristol Poetry Festival too. Double exciting.
Double excite.
Whoa! Can you hear? Let us know you can hear us. We're pretty sure you can, but
Yes.
it's nice to know, isn't
Yes.
it? Sorry for the delay. We're here now. So if you've not been before, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Jake.
Yes, and we're Charlie and Jake, and we're live from our home studio here in Bristol.
We are.
And the idea for the last year has been that we have been improvising live musical worlds around poetry sent into us from all over the world.
Literally.
By you guys. So you're very welcome. We'll somehow, squeeze you all into our studio. Yes, we've had an overwhelming response to our show, our birthday show, and so thank you so much to everybody who sent in poetry, whether you are in the show or maybe you didn't make it in this time. Thank you so much. Please keep submitting to us. This isn't 1 year and out. We're in it for the long haul nowadays. So so please keep submitting to us. It's going to be a really lovely, uplifting party, and we would love to. I would love for you guys to donate an online ticket via the links here. So we've got our coffee page. You can buy us a coffee at coffee.com/opencollab, or you can join our Patreon, which is our VIP club where we share kind of exclusive behind the scenes things.
Behind the stage too.
Yeah, and I guess think of it as if we're all in real life, and how much you'd spend on a ticket or how much you'd spend on a pint. That would be much appreciated, because it takes so many days and hours to put this show together, which is an absolute labour of love. But if you could spare a few pounds towards keeping the project going, it would be much appreciated.
They're also in the chat as well, I think, so you can just click on them.
Yeah. They certainly are.
Thank you if you have already bought us a ticket. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. And another way you can support us before we get started is by subscribing to our YouTube channel. It means that the show gets shown to more people, and it means that you get a notification every time we do a new show, or we put up videos throughout the month too. So please do hit that subscribe button and help support this project. Amazing. Oh, also, we should tell you, we've got Nikki here taking photos. We've got a one-person audience too. We're socially distancing, and it's all for work. So we're super excited to have Nikki here. Nikki's making loads of noise. And it's great. Amazing. All right. Let's go, shall we?
I think so.
You okay? It was a bumpy start, but it's all right.
Yeah, I think we're all right.
I think we're okay.
I think we're all right. Okay.
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You could be anywhere. You could be at your grand's, you could be at the pub, and you're here with us, and it's much appreciated. So
and if
thank
you are
so
at your
much.
grand's watching with her, or you're at the pub watching with everyone in the pub, then that's cool too. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Lovely.
It's a strong one, this one, isn't it? Right.
So the first collaboration of the night, we wanted to start with something that's quite chilled, but also looking forwards to.
I'm sorry, I cannot bear this hat anymore.
Yeah, gosh, they're still on. We'll take them off. Actually, yeah, because otherwise the continuity of the clips that we put out, if we have party hats on,
they don't need to know that. Yeah, sure.
It's just not cool, is it? Anyway, so the first piece tonight, we wanted to do something that was warm and welcoming and lovely and celebratory of lovely weather and summer times, which we're just turning over into.
Yeah, and optimism for the future, as everything starts opening up too.
Yeah, and it's also with someone who has become a recent frequent collaborator with us, Tara Griffin, and her piece, The Sound of Summer. So a little bit about Tara. Tara says, I'm a pigeon-loving Londoner who adores writing romantic-esque poetry, which, so I've been told, weaves regality and grit into a world where everyone is king of their own bus stop. Which is a lovely phrase. And I think, yeah, she's got a little audio clip to tell us about the piece. So let's hear from her.
I wrote The Sound of Summer on the...
There's also a video, actually. I just forgot about that. Let me just switch over to the video.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote The Sound of Summer on the first day that we were able to go out and enjoy the sun. I remembered through lockdown how that really was a perfect moment when summer came and we were able to sit outside, even on our own, just the sun, enjoying nature. But what was missing for me, the first lockdown, was the sound of everyone enjoying themselves, of the sound of summer. So fast forward to last week, which is a weird way to say that, but anyway, fast forward to last week, and I went outside on one of the beautiful hot days, and there were people, the rule of 6 was back, and you could go out, and there was just sounds, art everywhere. So in my notebook, I wrote down what I could hear, and when I got back in, I transformed it into a poem that really was about how the sound of summer kind of makes summer. The sun's lovely, eating an ice cream is great, but if the soundtrack isn't there, it's not quite summer. I really rejoiced in those kids who were screaming at the top of their lungs some god-awful song that I didn't know, and then weirdly some like very early tunes from when I was young. Weird. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, because I loved being out in that sound, and I hope to have transferred that beauty over in this.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Right. Actually, I didn't think I think we should have a little bit of sound under this.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Don't know. Somewhere in Bristol, I suppose. We could
Yeah.
go. I don't know. Oh, we don't. What about this? It's not quite got all of the chatter
that's
and
nice.
everything, but it's just the scene is there, and we'll add the chatter.
Where's that?
This is just on the harbour side in Bristol.
Oh, nice.
An early lockdown walk, I think it was. So I need to get my guitar ready. Do I? Yes.
You can play guitar. Yeah. It's a guitar.
It is. Actually, I won't put. I need to do that first. Okay.
Summer days are built on breezes that brim full of burbling sounds, which blow gently against soft burning skin. Summer days are made in that swell of sound, where young girls scream out summer tunes, which echo and then distorted return back in chorus, where middle-aged mothers sip mimosas as their children mumble and stumble and tumble in delight, where single occupants of beach towels read or else neglect their books for phones, unaware of the butterflies landing on their toes. Summer days are made for those relaxed comrades who sip ciders together in harmonious silences, exchanging smiles and nods, A life in tandem spent observing and laughing at those tanners in bikinis who are now likely snoozing, who on waking may be a little darker than imagined. Summer days are a soundtrack consisting of babies' babblings and grannies' grumblings and young ones who sing and call and yell, bellowing out in harsh harmonies, hyperactive, or else playful in their attempt to while away the mindless hours. Bird songs trill and warble, and some hop away from prying dogs who chase and yap, while dealers whistle and signal. They drop their feet off bikes and lean over to catch a quick deal. See, summer days are built on these, a sea of squalid songs. Alive, they sing out that we have waited for this all winter long.
Tara, amazing as always. So beautiful, so lush. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you want to follow any of the poets tonight, which you totally should, you can find all of their links and everything you need to support each other and continue to grow this community in the description of this video. So go on a massive following spree on Instagram and Facebook and everything after this show. And follow us while you're there.
Oh, yeah.
The Open Collab everywhere. That was awesome, Tara, as always. Beautiful. And so easy to make music around your words. It's like it's already there and we're just actualizing it. That's an interesting word that I didn't expect. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Since it's his birthday, since it's our birthday, have we got any post?
We got loads of posts.
We got lots of posts.
We got so many birthday cards. My goodness me. But they're not sort of paper birthday cards like you get in the old days, bad for the environment. We've got video birthday cards instead. We asked all of you guys what Open Collab has meant to you this year. And so we're going to hear some birthday messages from everybody, from a few people now, right? And we're going to hear some birthday cards throughout the evening. Here are some now. Let's go.
Happy first birthday, Open Collab. The soundscape events you make are fab. You've connected a merry band of creatives, composing sounds to words. This thank you is massive. I look forward to hearing more of your sonic creations and wish you many more musical celebrations.
Happy birthday, Open Collab. Wow, 1 year old. That is an amazing achievement, genuinely. And the work that you're doing is so different, so quirky, and yet so original. And I think the fact that you're offering so many people the chance to collaborate and a chance to promote their own work is just so amazing and admirable. I know for me personally, I hadn't shared my poetry much publicly, especially at events. So to be offered the chance to collaborate with you on the International Women's Day event was like a really poignant moment for me in my poetry journey. And yeah, I just can't thank you enough for your warmth and your welcoming nature. I wish you every success in the world.
What can I say about Open Collab? Well, Open Collab changed the way I look at my own poetry. The moment I had Charlie and Jake turn what I had written into something beautiful, I suddenly realised the beauty in my own work, and it pushed me to try doing new things, to see what my strengths were and to see where my weaknesses were, and try and combine them or push them. It also gave me such an amazing group of people to be inspired by, to talk to connect with. I would never have found this beautiful little community if I hadn't one day been scrolling through Instagram and just thought, oh, there's those guys. Do you know what? Maybe I'll give it a go. And it was one of the best things I've ever done. And I'm so glad that it's your 1 year, and here's to many more of them. Happy birthday. You're definitely my favourite thing to have come out of lockdown.
Thank you, Caroline, Rebecca and Tara, for those little virtual birthday cards. Very sweet. Oh, gosh, right. I've already cried 3 times today. So the next piece is by Blackswan and Robin, and it's called On Our Walks. Blackswan and Robin are a collaborative creative project based in Devon and London. They say we met at a teen yoga training retreat, so our interests lie very much within the themes of healing and growth. As male, female, black, white, urban, rural, our work constantly explores, lifts and reframes those intersecting tensions and dualities. We are always delighted to be able to work with the Open Collab. Our project began just a few months before lockdown, and Open Collab has been an incredible focus and platform for developing, sharing and connecting with other artists. So happy birthday from us. Thank you, guys. Blackswan and Robin were our first ever collab. Number one of show number 1 a year ago today. And what we didn't know these guys before April last year, and to know that like strangers were already trusting us with their words was really, really amazing for us, and such a confidence boost. And you know, having people we were expecting it to just be for kind of poetry and writing mates to begin with, and for it to immediately be people we didn't know was magical. And Blackswan and Robin have collaborated with us so much over the last year, culminating in the amazing collective writing session we had on Wednesday, where we and I think 15 other writers wrote a piece together, which you're going to hear at the next Open Collab too, which is going to be really fun.
Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss that.
All right, so about this piece. During lockdown 3, we were all restricted to an hour's walk each day in our localities. We considered walking in wider terms regarding race, culture, privilege, community, growth and renewal. And the footage filmed is in our localities in both Devon and London. Awesome.
All right, so we'll begin. Shall we?
Yeah.
Will we? Yes. There we go.
On my walk, beyond the usual sight of tall stacked bricks and facing windows, invisible footprints onto this strange but known concrete land, far away from home to be servants here, when we are truly kings and queens, generations of lost culture.
On my walk, beyond the usual sight of sheep-stacked fields and hedges, with limited shades and tones other than flowers, visible footprints in this strange but known muddy land, a home of blow-ins, born-bred and inbreds, generations of culturally conflicted.
I step out with questions. Is this meant to be? Do I let go of the holdings past, missing parts of me, still feeling the psychological wrenches pulled from arms, yards and tropical sands and seas, frowns and faces here at me as if I have caused them to be the enemy. I see what games they play to shield themselves. I let go and breathe.
I step out with questions. Who am I meant to be? Do I let go of the conditioning past, searching missing parts of me, unsticking myself to meet other selves? Life keeps uncurling truth and lies round entitled promises. I cast myself a line, step off the path, I let go and breathe.
I visit nature on my walks. I realise we are one with different heartbeats. Grass, birds, squirrels, foxes, insects and trees. Treading softly, open to unexpected teaching. Freedom through me, flow with ease. Part of the cycle, stool, sprinkled soul. Spirit free. Me, registered as a citizen of the UK. But this is not my ID. Walking a new way.
I visit cities on my walks. I realise we are all one with different heartbeats. Concrete towers, railings, rubble, smiling eyes above masks treading lightly, open to unexpected teaching, trying not to cast past traumas into daughters we're tenderly growing, release the tangled lines between us, turning the world side, walking a new way.
On my walk, I untwist the lies implanted. Human connection, friendliness is really out there. A belonging in the world, a tenderness turning wild side. I walk the byways and our ways, walking a
way. On my walk, I untwist the lies implanted. Human connection, friendliness is really out there. A belonging in the world, a tenderness, turning wild side. I walk the byways of our ways, walking a way.
Blackswan
and Robin.
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really cool video. It was lovely to walk with you and see your really different landscapes and yeah, really beautiful. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of your words over this last year. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, to work with you, and to continue to make music around your words. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
What's up next?
So,
in this musical bonanza, hansa.
If you've been...
I can't remember what I was going to say, but there's a lot going on. That's what I was sort of trying to get to, you know.
Sure.
And a lot went on in my mouth.
I liked it. No, I liked to know. Keep
anyway.
it. So if you've been part of the Open Collab gang from the start, or even from the very beginning, you'll know that this night used to be called Echoes and Edges Open Collab. Echoes and Edges is a quintet of the two of us and three brilliant poets, Gilly Harris, David Punter, and Spiky Tim, Tim Vosper. We started making music around poetry with those guys in 2016. This time last year, we were supposed to be celebrating the release of our debut album with a live show, which wasn't to be, but the album launch, we put the album launch online, and Open Collab grew out of that. And we wanted to just take a minute to show you our work as a five, which totally shaped Open Collab. So here are some of the highlights from our debut album, Glory in the Bone. The salvaging of closure, of closure.
Everything beautiful has edges. This page, this book, this room, each a space of opportunity, the artist's hand bounded by skin meeting surface of wood. Even the sea, phantom with azure, has somewhere an edge, somewhere a return, somewhere surely an ending.
Somewhere an edge, somewhere a return, somewhere surely an ending, an ending.
In moments we are gull, instances of dream, flapping from the black precipice, swooning in the downdraft, knowing no knowledge, except the squawking mouths, the endless need, revealed for a second in cowl of black and grey.
The noisy screamers.
Half-digested fish.
Forgetting how huge they are is one
Snatched
thing.
sandwiches.
Worse,
Scrabbling
walking,
claws.
mouths. We've got 'em banged to
Bare
rights,
feed
the
and
noisy
guano.
screamers.
Half-digested fish.
Profitless.
Always cold.
There is
Jonathan
nothing
Livingston.
romantic
Cold
about
as
this
midnight.
unseasoned life.
The
Mosquito.
noisy
Buzzard.
Bare
screamers.
feet
Flapping
and guano,
from the black precipice.
In moments, we are gull.
but
The anarchy
always
of mosquito.
cold.
We are gull.
The endless need.
Unseasoned life.
Knowing no knowledge except.
But
of cowl
always
of
cold.
black
Squawking
and grey.
mouths.
And now, the poem that made the dog bark, all creatures great and small. You say they're rubbish, but I rise above it. It's a small grey rodent which I covet.
Chin 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 chinchilla, chin 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 chinchilla, chin 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 chinchilla, chin 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 chinchilla.
It's a dog not very big, like a barking guinea pig.
Chihuahua, 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 chihuahua.
As a pet it is impractical, as a gift it is unsuitable.
Elephant,
Elephant. You say they're rubbish, but I rise above it. It's a small grey rodent which I covet. It's a dog not very big, like a barking guinea pig. As a pet it is impractical, as a gift it is unsuitable. Elephant.
Yeah, so that's Echoes and Edges, and you can stream our debut album wherever you like to do that sort of thing, or you can buy a copy and we'll deliver it to you.
Yes.
But yeah, we just wanted to shout out those guys because Open Collab would not exist without them, and that making that album was so much fun.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, back to some new yes, so back to tonight's show, and so this next piece that we'll be collaborating together on and with is by Leanne Moden, who is also a previous collaborator with us, and her piece Everything's Fine. So a little bit about Leanne. Leanne Moden is a poet, performer and educator based in Nottingham. She's performed at events across the UK and Europe, including recent sets at WOMAD Festival, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, So Far Sounds and Festival on the Isle of Wight, as well as shows in Estonia and Spain. Leanne performed at the TEDx Women event at UCL in 2016 and was a semi-finalist at the BBC Edinburgh Fringe Slam in 2019. Leanne's second pamphlet of poetry, Get Over Yourself, was published in 2020. And about this piece, Everything's Fine. This poem was inspired by doing a writing project in a care home. There were always alarms going off and no one seemed to pay them any attention. It got me thinking about all the political, social and environmental alarm bells going off around us and the ways we live in denial. When I perform this poem, I play a looping siren in the background, which then turns off just at the words "as long as the alarm is on," to imply that maybe things aren't as fine as we want them to be. I thought you could have a lot of fun creating a chaotic, apocalyptic soundscape for this piece. And we definitely have had a lot of fun creating a chaotic and apocalyptic soundscape for this piece. Yes.
Should we have a lot of fun creating a chaotic and apocalyptic soundscape around this piece?
Sounds very good. Let me just... oh, no, I won't actually yet, because it starts to get apocalyptic as soon as I press that button.
Oh, don't press that button yet, then.
But we had a lot of fun. We took the recording of the piece that she had sent us and did a few things to it straight away, and then we'll also add some extra elements of chaos and apocalypse, all of which are instruments that I've created over the years. Two were from this project that I did in Dorchester many years ago. I can't even remember now. 2016 maybe, 2012, right. 13, something like that. A long time ago.
Not 2012.
There is lots of sounds of me hitting pillars in a market square and recording some skateboard sounds. And then another sound that you'll hear is rubbing a rubber beater over the strings of a piano, which is quite cool. And I won't tell you more about it right now because we'll want to play the song. But if you want to know more about the instruments that we've created and everything else, we will be doing a behind-the-scenes show tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Where we'll just sort of go through the whole show and talk about what we did and why. But yes, so this is what we did for Leanne Moden's poem Everything's Fine. So I'll hit the apocalypse button now. It just adds some delay and echo to our voice. Anyway. There we go. And let's just get ready here. And okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Everything's fine. This is the Everything's Fine alarm, which we've installed so that you know everything's fine. It takes a bit of getting used to, but the ringing in your ears will fade after 4 to 6 weeks, and cases of alarm-induced tinnitus have not been scientifically proven. Are you sure you didn't have it before you came here? Don't worry if you can't remember, because everything's fine. Relax. Everything's fine. Don't worry if you have to raise your voice. Conversation is overrated anyway, especially now because everything's fine. Relax. We've done extensive laboratory testing to ensure that everything is fine. All the surveys we've conducted came back with the same result. Everything's fine. Relax. There's nothing left to worry about. You may not be able to catch every word or even be able to hear yourself think, but thinking is overrated anyway. And the only thing you need to think about now is the fact that everything's fine. Only 5% of people experience the dizziness, and that nausea you're feeling will settle soon because, as you can hear, everything's fine. Should you experience any bleeding from your ears, you can be safe in the knowledge that actually everything's fine. Don't worry about any noises you might hear outside, the ones that sound like explosions and rioting and hordes of hostile undead tearing at the perimeter fencing. We'll just turn up the alarm because everything's fine. There's nothing left to worry about. Stay calm, don't panic, everything's fine. There's no need to be afraid. As long as you can hear the alarm, everything's fine. The smell of smoke is normal, the heat on your face is normal, the sound of the siren is normal. Don't worry, as long as the alarm is on, everything's fine.
What a great poem.
So good, Leanne, so good.
Just get out of there.
Wow. Just perfect poem. Just a perfect. So funny. Like, it's really hard to know whether to keep a straight face, let alone actually keep a straight face. Somebody's just gone oof, and I think that's the right reaction actually. Oof. Yeah, and I really loved how you like. What's it called? A vocoder, is it? Where you
sort
turn
of
her voice into chords.
I don't know the exact term for it, but it's similar to a vocoder, but it's more like a harmonizer kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out together tomorrow at 11 a.m.
No problem. Well, thank you so much, Leanne. And if you haven't checked out our previous collaboration with Leanne from our February show, our pal Simon, who I think's in the chat, Simon Abel did the most amazing dance in this kind of on a big old hill in Bristol on a really cold day, and you went up and filmed it. It's called Psychogeography, and it's a totally different vibe, but really worth checking out. It's on our channel somewhere, so search it out after. Amazing. Do you want to introduce? I feel like I've chat.
Yeah. No worries. So this next piece is by Lopresti, and she is also from Bristol. And her piece is called "You Never Cry Alone." So she's actually got us a little bit of a bio about her. So we'll hear that in a sec. But let me first tell you about the piece. About the piece, You Never Cry Alone. This poem was inspired by a day trip to North Devon, a place of childhood memories that never fails to lift me skyward somewhat, however things are. As is often the case, the British weather ranged from warmth with light blue skies to racing clouds, pending storms and accompanying chill, then dusk clouds on the journey home kissing the moon. Our emotions so often mimic weather and the seasons too. Though I took the trip alone, I noticed that I had the clouds, as we all always do.
That's lovely.
And let me just check that out. Yes. So let's hear about
Lisa.
Hello, my name's Lisa Lopresti.
No, she's also got a video actually, hasn't she?
Yeah, video.
Just switch over to that. There we go. Well, actually, before I do. Yes. Okay.
Very good.
Right, there we go.
Hello, my name's Lisa Lopresti, and I'm a working class British poet from the English ship-shape statue-toppling city of Bristol. I've been really lucky to have my poetry regularly broadcast on BBC Radio Bristol, and many of my poems published in lovely places like the Dime Show Review and anthologies like Lyrically Justified Volume 3 for underrepresented voices. And I've just won a lovely competition with the local West Country Hedgehog Poetry Press for my debut pamphlet, which is coming out in the autumn, called Birdsong and Nectar in the Silences, which I'm quite excited for. I've been an active poet at open mic sessions in lots of the lovely poetry scene around in Bristol, and been lucky enough being a feature poet as well sometimes. It's really terrifying, but exhilarating as well. And I try to write poetry just about our lives, really. And I'm really looking forward to an opportunity of a collaboration and see what happens. And I want everyone to take care and keep washing your hands, okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Hello, my name's Lisa Lopresti, and this is my poem, You Never Cry Alone. The sky can feel like me, populated with pretty particles of clouds to make an elevated sea in the mind of the atmosphere. White and periwinkle, soft to the hard blue clear to see. This is why the clouds in the sky in days gone by were attributed to cotton cradles, myth fables, cushions to the gods, or racing friend of the moon, magical floating sad silver tarnished balloon, cumulus moving slow or fast, without mass, but crackling with electricity, guttural roars of the atmosphere, storm's personality, moody blues and purple brews, brooding frowns bearing down, granite, plum, steel, white, peach, pink, cheerful skies for the sun to chink through gloom with yellow, the happy fellow, and every shade in between of strata layers. Flat, rounded wisps, mounting clippers, candy floss dippers, unending individuality, changing sky tapestry. It's lonely without a cloud. A cloud means you never have to cry alone. Thank you very much.
What a beautiful piece, Lisa. So stunning. And what a what a lovely thought. You've always got the clouds with you. Mm. Really beautiful. And I mean, stunning accent as well, if I might say so as a fellow Bristolian. Just gorgeous. Thank you so much. We really loved that, and I think we could have probably gone on and created a whole dreamy. We could have been here another hour, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, easy.
I'll give that back to you. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. I'm having a lovely time. Who's having a lovely time?
I'm having a lovely time.
Yeah, lovely time. I hope you're all having a lovely time. If you are enjoying it, please don't forget to buy your online ticket via our coffee page, coffee.com/opencollab. We'd really appreciate it, as this show takes a lot of time and energy to put together, and we would love to invest more into the project with your donations. So thank you so much. All right. Time for some more birthday cards, I reckon. What do you think?
More in the post.
Yeah, we got more. Got a big old post bag. Let's have a look.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Happy first birthday, Open Collab.
Got double.
Got a button there. What? Try that again. There we go.
Open Collab has been like a lamplight in a long, dark tunnel of the last 12 months, and has been a fantastic, very special platform for poetry. Long may it continue. So, Penblaidd Hapus, happy birthday.
A huge shout out to Charlie and Jake of Open Collab. You guys had such a positive impact on my development as a spoken word poet. You know, about a year ago, the reaches of the world closed in, the walls came crashing down. Personally, before that I'd been at a peak of live performances, especially with collaborations with jazz musicians. I'm based in Finland and a long way from Australia, so my access to being able to perform was severely limited anyway. So I just started searching online, and I've got roots in England. Actually, I was born in Bristol, where Charlie and Jake are based, and I came across you, Jazzy Duo, and I couldn't believe my luck. So I submitted a piece straight away, My Country is Burning, which you guys just made it something else that I didn't even know it could be. You ended up taking that to the Cheltenham Lit Festival just before the second lockdown. Is it in September and October at some point? Like, incredible things you guys have done. I've been able to see other poets online and get a sense of what the world is of spoken word poetry in the UK. And I just want to thank you and wish you a happy birthday, and wish you all the more success and positive steps forward. I couldn't be happier for you, and it's a pleasure to be involved with your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Natty, and thank you, Phil. Both of you have been such a big part of the Open Collab journey, and particularly the piece "My Country is Burning" about the fires in Australia in early 2020 is a real standout moment for us. Natty's piece and kind of all the emotions that you were feeling and your family were feeling, and like it just was just
incredible piece.
Yeah, a really incredible piece, and yeah, we're just having a lovely time. I'll tell you that, we're having a lovely time. So, right, come on then, cheer up. What are we doing?
The next one is.
Shall I do it actually? Because you wanted to talk about things. No, you want to set up things.
I think you have the term. What was the term for this section? It's a.
Oh, I can't remember. Open Collab, reimagined. I think. I think it was that.
That's what we're doing.
I don't know. Basically, we're going to take a couple pieces from the archives. From the archives. We're going to take a couple pieces from the archives tonight, and kind of reimagine them or bring them to life again. And
do them again.
We're going to do them again, is what it is. And but with a twist. So this piece that we're going to play you out with now before we take a quick break is called The Glory, and it's by Mark DeLissa. Mark is another amazing poet who found us on Instagram right at the very beginning. And this piece, The Glory, was our second show back in May. About this piece, Mark says, "The glory is a celebration of the present moment, the only thing we truly have. It is all too easy to regret a past that we can no longer change and to fear a future that does not exist. With the glory, I want to invite the listener to be here now, the only place we can ever really be." We love Mark's work. We love Mark's performances. He's been such a support to us, and when you got Mark on the bill, you know it's going to be a good show.
Always.
So We love this piece, and we love, you know, the whole thing about being in the now, and we really felt like it summed up how we kind of create the music and how it's all on the spot, and we're communicating with each other, and we're not really sure what's going to happen and where it's going to go. So we really wanted to recreate this piece, but our added little special is from our lovely friend Fra, who you will have seen last month if you saw the She-Wolves video with Tara, but Fra also plays drums. So we're going to be joined by an amazing drummer over here, and so we're so excited. Let's have a blooming
good time
party.
Yeah.
Good.
And hopefully it all goes right first time. Let's see. This is a bit new for us, having other musicians in the mix.
Yeah.
When it's not in the same room, it makes it a little bit trickier. So we'll see.
Woo!
Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go. Oh.
They can't see that, can they?
No, video.
Video. You heard it though. Hang on a minute. This got to reset everything now. Okay. Let's go back to there. Let's go back to there.
You're doing really well.
There. Oh, thank you. You're doing really well.
Thanks.
Let's just stop this. And okay, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Whew.
I'm getting my information from a higher plane. You won't find me searching for knowledge sat in front of a screen, because all of the information that I need is stored in every drop of rain. And I think it's insane that we maim and cause pain to each other. I don't think it's right that we fight. We've got to stop fearing the night and carry the light from the day, and then bathe in the sun's rays and think of all the ways that we can say thank you. I'm alive. I get to wake up this morning. So please stop your yawning, because boredom is your doom, and you will learn soon that you wasted your only chance. I mean, why were you sitting down when you could have danced? That you didn't take a single second to glance. The beauty in everything. Even in the madness and the chaos, you should fall on your knees and sing, I am the king, I am the queen, I am everything I have ever seen. I am me, and you are you. We are one, we are two, we are three, we are four, we are infinite zeros who together will soar, who together will kick down the door, and who together will scream no more. Because I feel your pain and you feel mine. When a tear falls from my eyes, and when I cry, you feel a tingle down your spine. And when you smile, and when you laugh, it's my heart that bursts into flames. So next time it rains, please, don't complain. Just turn your face to the sky, don't even question why, and don't think about how much time you have left, because you've passed the test. And so have the rest of us. We did it together. We are the storm, we are the weather, we are the birds, we are the trees, we are the kiss of a sweet summer's breeze against your skin. We are the glory and we are the sin. Within everything, we play, we bathe, we rave to the sounds of each other. The inspirations, the vibrations, they shake off the rust and the dust that has been piled on us. Because borders don't exist, why must we resist? We are lost in the mist that we made. The game has been played and we just cheated ourselves. We're locked away in cells, we are obsessed with ourselves. There is no heaven and there is no hell, because everything is right here. Everything that ever happened has led up to this moment. Everything that is happening at this moment. So please take a moment to exist in this moment, because this moment will pass, and this moment will never, ever be the same as the last. But at least this moment was ours.
We rave to the sounds of each other. We rave to the sounds of each other. We rave, we rave. Please take a moment. It's exist in the moment. Please take a, please take a, please take a moment. Exist in the moment, please. Be the same as the last. At least this moment was ours. Be the same as the last. At least this moment was ours. Please take a moment. Exist in the moment. Please take a moment. Exist in the. We rave to the sounds of each other. We rave to the sounds of each other. We rave, we rave. Take a moment, exist in the moment. Please take a moment, exist in the, exist in the, exist in the. Dancing on drums, everybody! Woo. Woo, 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 woo. What are we doing?
Having a lot of fun.
Oh man, that was awesome, Fra. You really brought it. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, and Mark, magical, magical. So lush. What fun we're having. Blooming neck.
Yeah.
All right. Let's come on then.
Yeah, let's have a show. Is it a break time?
I think so.
It's break time, right?
Yeah. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break. And we'll see you back here in 10. Get a beer, get a tea.
Get a coffee.
Get a coffee. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get one of our coffees too. That would be super. We would be so grateful for one of those too. Just it's a pay what you think kind of thing. Pay what you can and pay what you think.
Yes.
Lovely. All right, we'll see you back in. Let's meet back here, shall we? Meet back here at 20 past for more music and poetry and partying and fun. Yeah. Woo.
Hello.
Good little break.
Yeah.
It's nice having a little break, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a lovely break. Thanks.
That's good. So
welcome back to part 2 of Open Collab number 13.2.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is all as part of our. If you just joined us, which you probably haven't, but you might have. Who knows? This is all part of our birthday celebrations for the year.
What else have we done?
What else have we done? That's a good question. What did we start with?
Acoustic show.
It was it was good. Okay. All right. 2 weekends ago, we had an acoustic show that was exclusively live on Instagram, and we basically just stripped all of this technology around us away, just chucked it in the bin for a day, and got out our piano and the bass and our voices and some lovely poetry that we'd sort of been collecting secretly since January. And yeah, we
like
just
magpies.
sort of like lovely magpies, exactly. Or the shiny poetry that was like, oh, that would be perfect for an acoustic show. And we collected it all together and did. Yeah, it was really lovely. And then on Wednesday, as Charlie said, we sort of co-hosted a workshop with Blackswan and Robin, and that was all about sort of collectively writing together and lifting each other up with our voices, and there was lots of different prompts that they sort of set, and we interpreted some of them with music and others with words, and there was, I think, 15 people there, and yeah, it was a lovely time. We all sort of performed live on Zoom at the end, which was really cool, and we'll be showing that in the next show in June. Now we're here, and this is the
now
Open Collab
it's
show.
now. I don't know if you know that, but now it's actually now.
Although, to be fair, for some people might be watching this tomorrow or another day.
Yeah,
so for them,
hey, if you're watching in the future, now is yesterday.
Or the 24th of September, the 24th of April, 2021, whenever you're watching this. And then later in the month, to round off this month of celebrations we're doing, we've got a little surprise for you that we've been working on for the last couple of months called 5 Musicians, 1 Poet. But we will tell you more about that later.
Yeah, we will.
But,
let's get back to the poetry,
first,
shall we?
Indeed.
Awesome. So the next poem is by Rebecca Phythian, and it's called Come Let's Dance.
Yes.
And we're going to hear Rebecca's, A-star student and done everything in audio. So we can hear everything from Rebecca.
Lovely.
Hiya, I'm Rebecca Phythian. I'm an actor, singer, poet, and a little bit of an everythinger from Manchester in the UK. I also run Blue Balloon Theatre, which is a not-for-profit theatre company, acting as a platform for actors and creatives to develop and showcase their own original work. I was really humbled to have I'm Not a Disney Princess, which is a piece written by myself, featured in Open Collab's celebration of International Women's Day, and I really hope that you enjoy my piece today. Thank you.
Hiya. Just put it in the chat as well.
Oh, hiya.
Firstly, I'd just like to say a massive happy first birthday to Open Collab. Just the fact that it was your first birthday really inspired me to share this piece with you. I think because we all have a slightly different and unique way of celebrating something, especially birthdays. And so I started thinking about myself, how I've celebrated things in the past, and the way my family may have done that as well. And I have a piece, this particular piece called Come Let's Dance, which is written about my grandparents, and the second half is written from the perspective of my granddad. And I always think of them so fondly, and I think of them celebrating things by dancing, and they were very, very, very good at dancing as well. So yeah, that's kind of the inspiration behind my piece, and just thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoy. The sound of the 50s, our sound, like a wave, covers the dance floor, fills the air, and as it ripples further into the crowd, couples start to cheer out loud as their bodies start to move in time with the jiving beat, and without a moment's hesitation have let their feet lead them to the floor to dance as one. I stand without a word, watching the couples thrive in this jumping jive as I turn to you. Come, let's dance, I say with my eyes, and I offer my hand with a warmth only you could recognise. You smile in return and accept willingly. We dance with total abandon, freely. The way our bodies move as we dance radiates familiarity, and others stop, smile, watching in admiration as we relish in listening and moving to this music, in each other, in how it unites us.
You couldn't help it, could you?
Oh, sorry.
He said, "I'm not going to do a cheesy ending." No.
But it's a blues. It was lovely. It was lovely.
So
Thanks so
beautiful.
much, Rebecca, for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. I was there with you, totally, at the dance and seeing this couple and seeing all the couples together. So, so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. What a special thing.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. What is it now?
I think. What is it? I don't know, actually. Yeah, let me
Well, I know what it is. So, let me tell you. Part of our birthday celebration is the release of a new project, which is going to happen later on in May. We're actually going to take a break next month. It's been an amazing, amazing year. And it's also been absolutely exhausting.
Yeah.
And incredible and exhausting and incredible.
But also exhausting.
So
and incredible.
But let me just make it clear. It's been incredible. And we'll continue to be incredible, but we're going to take a month off in May. But instead, we're not going to leave you empty-handed without music and poetry collaborations and stuff, are we? Of course not. Of course not.
Would we do that?
No. So what we're going to give you instead is this really cool new project called 5 Musicians, 1 Poet. Do you want to talk about it while I take my bass off?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have it's sort of borrowed from several other YouTubers that have been doing this idea of like taking one small one piece of source material and then just seeing the ways that lots of different people interpret that and put their own spin on it, or in this case, interpret the words and interpret the meaning and pick out certain phrases and turn that into their musical piece. And we were inspired to do this with a piece that was sent in to us back in October by Holly Mobley. And we initially improvised live to it, but we thought it would be a wonderful piece to share with a couple of our friends and see what they come up with.
Yeah.
And in classic YouTube style, we've also then all got together a couple of weeks ago and reacted to, for the first time, everyone else's pieces that they'd created over the span of a couple of months. And it was just magical to be showing all these different ways that we all just saw totally different worlds in it. And we're really, really happy with how it's turning out, because it's still a work in progress as we finish the edit and everything. But we have got a little teaser trailer for you that will give you a bit of an idea of what everyone did and who they are and what we did. And yeah, we can't wait to share the whole thing with you. But for now, this is I suppose we should say who was in it, I suppose. Or we can do that afterwards. So
the poet who kindly gave us her words, and I think, it's amazing to just send it to these, 5 musicians that you don't know what you're going to get back. And so Holly Mobley, by the way, the winner of the Lyra Festival Poetry Slam last weekend, go Holly. So it's Holly, and then we've got Isolde and Al and Ben. So let's have a look.
Yeah, all right.
Such a nice intro.
Hey, it's me again.
It feels like
sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just have a lot to say.
Does nice things to my brain.
I'm often found.
Makes you feel like things are crumbling away, doesn't it, when you're listening? It's a bit of daft punk.
Yeah.
I compensate.
I love the otherworldliness of that as it comes
like
in.
lightning is.
Yeah.
I rarely feel seen.
A little bit dystopian.
I put too much pressure on my sound. I always think I have to make it rhyme, sing, or be some reader profound. I found there is a high decibel to living. I speak to drown things out. If you think I'm loud, you should hear the voices in my head.
Nice chance to listen
I've been
to the
compared
story.
to a whip crack, but I prefer the term rumble.
Just immediately in such a different space.
It's almost like we've met a character who's blowing the cobwebs off and is singing to us, and showing us this cave system.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nice.
That was incredible.
Space.
So
amazing.
That was amazing.
That was awesome. My goodness.
Like that a lot.
Epic.
Wow, that was bloody great.
So cool.
Amazing.
We can't wait for you guys to see the full thing. It's going to be so magic, and something that we hope that will run and invite more musicians in and see how different musicians do interpret the poetry that you guys send us. I think it's going to be a really, really cool project. So subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
And that's the first place you can see it. And you can hear all 4 of the tracks of What the Thunder Said by Holly Mobley, but in different musical worlds. We're releasing that as an EP in the next few weeks too. So that's all super exciting, isn't it? You okay?
Yeah, subscribe and hit that bell
Oh, very nice.
to get notified when we release stuff and put videos up.
Very
The
good.
algorithm loves it when we do that. So that's for you algorithm, you cheeky one. Okay, so should we get on with some more poetry before I say anything more?
Yeah, I should have thought so.
Would you like? Shall I introduce you?
Yeah, no, you go. I've done loads.
Okay.
I'll have a beer.
Sorry. So this next piece is a collaboration within a collaboration. In fact, it's one poet who we've worked with a couple of times before as well, and a new poet who we haven't, and they got together and created a piece together, and that is David Routh Lewis and Kat Balaq with their piece called She's Silent. And
it's Collab squared.
It's Collab squared. It is indeed. there we go. There's the little title.
By the way, I handwrite all these. Bit of fun.
She does. Yeah, a bit of fun. So, yes, a little bit about David and Kat. David Ralph Lewis is a Bristol-based poet and writer. He has 2 pamphlets out, Our Voices in the Chaos, published by Selkirk Station and Refraction. And Kat Balaq is a poet and psychotherapist from Bath, UK. She is working on her first poetry collection, Featherless. And a little bit about the piece. David says, we worked together on this piece, combining 2 similar poems of ours and changing them as we went. It was really fun to write with Kat and create something new. And Kat says, I've always admired David's work, so putting our words together was a great experience. Each change in the direction of the poem sparked new ideas and places I would not have found writing alone.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. And now
Amazing.
we're going to take what they've given us and create a new world around it. So, yes, I'm going to add a little bit of Atmos here to a little bit of a sonic souvenir to
Lovely.
add to the...
Where's that?
This is... it's not actually one of mine. This is Singapore at night.
Oh, nice.
But anyway. So, let's get myself ready. What do I want? Do I want something more moody, like?
That's nice.
Okay. So, are we ready? I think we are.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear this one. This is She's Silent, David Ralph Lewis and Kat Balaq.
She's silent, stiff. You drum fingers on pressed linen. The waiter brings red wine, the colour of photos from when you were young. Only one glass.
Your mind is full with dust spirals, coral light lengthening clouds. You just woke up, ready as you'll ever be, ready as a blood clot. Tried to forget those saturated days that went on forever, the film of your failure.
You order steak. She doesn't eat. You try a joke, get the punchline wrong, and she does not laugh at the end.
But choose cut words like pieces of an eulogy. She is smiling, red, applied neatly as the bills on your desk, always smiling.
Flustered, you knock your glass. Scarlet seeps into cream. Grief
as
sunset.
As an old friend, a bruised sky.
A garden you started with another girl in another life. Light closes its eyes and cries.
She doesn't mind. She isn't here, blurring, as only darkness and endings do.
All the things you should have said become outlines.
Fade into magnolia.
Linger like stars.
Till all the warmth is gone.
Put out. light closes its eyes and cries.
She doesn't mind. She isn't here, blurring, as only darkness and endings do.
All the things you should have said become outlines,
Fade into magnolia,
linger like stars,
till all the warmth is gone,
put out.
Guys, that was amazing. We absolutely loved this poem. We loved how you weaved your voices together. It was just beautiful. Thank you so much. I'd love to hear more about how you wrote it and see the original poems and how it all came together. So beautiful. Yeah. Another one that's so easy to make the music for because it's already there, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Just the vibe, the restaurant, the mood, the lighting, the emotions, it's all there, so here it comes. Yeah, awesome.
Stunning. Thank you so much, guys. That was awesome. All right. What do you want then? More birthday cards?
Yeah, right then.
All right.
Okay, let's get a few more, and then another poem.
Should have thought so. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Very shouty.
Hi, this is Laura Graham. I featured on Open Collab in January this year with my poem After Drop, and it was such an amazing moment. It was the first thing I've ever written that's been chosen on merit because someone liked it, and it gave me such confidence in my writing. It was kind of a catalyst of where I've gone on from then. And when I was watching the show, I remember just being in tears, partly because Jake made a sound effect just to go with my poem, which was found really moving. And then just the music and the connection with the other poets, it was just absolutely gorgeous. One of the best nights of lockdown that I've had. And reaction from friends as well, it was lovely. Such a special moment and such an honour to be involved. I'll always treasure it.
Happy birthday! It's been so much fun being involved in a couple of your broadcasts in the last few months. How long is 2021? Yes, thank you. I really appreciate it, and I love seeing all of the things that you create and all of the artists that you bring out and all the poets that you share. Just fabulous. So thank you. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Charlie and Jake. Cheers for all of the music, the laughs, the feels, the impromptu raves, but most of all for providing a bunch of perfect strangers scattered all around the planet with a sense of community when it was needed most. Cheers, guys.
Hearing my poem set to music for the first time by Echoes and Edges was just incredible. To hear my words, their voices, their musical accompaniments, it was a beautiful collaboration, and I encourage anyone who is thinking of submitting to just go for it.
Thank you, guys. I mean, I'm lucky that I was the one that edited this together, because if I wouldn't have seen those in advance, I'd have been in floods. And by the way, just to echo what Abby said, if you're a poet and you're sitting here and you're like, oh, whoa, I'd love to be in this show and have my poetry set to music, then that would be so amazing. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely.
Our next show is now going to be in June, right? Because we're taking that month off, aren't we? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would say that the best thing to do is to follow us on social follow us on social media.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll tell you. But I'll tell you now as a secret, it's probably going to be submissions open on the 1st of June.
Probably.
That's normally how it goes.
Yeah.
We can't wait to work with your words.
Lovely. Should we do another piece?
Yeah, go on then.
Cool. All right, this one is this one's a bit of fun. We had a lot of fun making this. Let me just, I think.
Also, how nice was the phrase Steve used of
Just take
that's
that away.
okay.
Sorry.
Of a community of strangers. That was gorgeous. Thanks, Steve. Steve always knows what to say.
Yeah.
And our impromptu rave that we had in February. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Community of strangers. It's the first. What do we always say? Like, staying collaborative and creative in this time of separation, and creating this community around what we love to do and what other people love to do as well has been the whole goal of everything we've been doing. So it's been it's lovely that you feel the same way.
Yeah.
Anyway, this next piece is a collaboration now. This piece.
You all right?
How do I normally do this? All right. The next piece is by Julie Easley.
That's it. Well done.
And her poem is called We Are the Goddess. And so this is what Julie says about herself. Hi, I'm Julie Easley, a working class poet from Saltburn in the northeast of England. I'm a tease woman poet, a deranged poetess, host of diverse poetry, mother, sister, fierce, trans-inclusive, feminist, and a dabbler in the art of the film poem. You can find my latest film poems on my YouTube channel, Julie Easley Poet. And I am co-founder of Shanty Cafe in Saltburn, and we have our first live poetry event of 2021 on Friday the 21st of May. Excellent.
Live
if you're in
poetry.
the Saltburn area, then go and check that out. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So a little bit about the piece, We Are the Goddess. We Are the Goddess is a poem for the sisterhood. The poem takes on all those myths from Pandora's box to the original sin, which support the theme that women are naturally creatures of deceit. We Are the Goddess is a call to arms for sisters to reclaim our power and remember who we are and our deep connection to the earth and each other. It is a poem for all women, a poem to remind us to speak for those women who can't, and a poem that expresses absolute solidarity for those whose freedoms are still oppressed. Awesome.
Thanks for reading that.
That's okay. And I'll turn on all the reverb and stuff now, and we'll get on to the poem, shall we?
All right. Oh, can we have a title?
Oh yes, sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, good. So the last one's gone already? Yeah, good. What do I need? Okay. Gotta have some water. She is the goddess. She is the maiden. We are the goddess. We are the essence. She is the goddess. She is the maiden. We are the goddess. We are the essence. She is the goddess. She is the maiden. We are the goddess. We are the essence. She is the goddess. She is the maiden. We are the goddess. We are the essence. She is the goddess.
She is the goddess.
We are the goddess. We are the essence.
She is the maiden and the mother. She is the crone colouring the skies.
She is the goddess. She is the
She is the originator, the imaginator. She is the goddess. She is the morning mist, the moon on the ocean. She consumes the stones into dust. She is the unconscious rush of the breeze, murmuring to her daughters, remember to dream. She is the essence of the earth, the breath and the beat. She is the birthplace of all nations, the pulsation of all sisters. She is the maiden and the mother, the crone colouring the skies, the originator, the imaginator. She is the goddess. She is the custodian, the curious, and the questioner. She is the quiet sway of exposure. She is the consequence. She is the uncomfortable noise to injustice. She is the words on the tongues of the lost voices. She is the soundtrack and the recordings. She is the goddess. She shines on those dulled by oppression, for she is the storm wearer. Remember, daughters, she says, we are not weapons. We are the goddess, and the bodies we wear, we possess.
She is the maiden and the mother, the corn colouring the sky, the originator, imaginator. She is the goddess. She is the goddess. She is the uncomfortable noise of injustice. She is the words on the tongues of the lost voices. She shines on those dulled by oppression, for she is the storm wearer. She is the storm. Remember, daughters, she says, we are not weapons. We are the goddess. We are the goddess. We are the goddess, and the bodies we wear, we possess. We are the goddess, and the bodies we wear, we possess. We are, oh, we are. We are, we are, we are, we are. Remember, daughters, she says, we are not weapons. We are the goddess, and the bodies we wear, we possess. We are the goddess, and the bodies we wear, we possess.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks for sending that over to us. That was awesome. Incredible performance and incredible piece. and message, and really great.
We loved that one. We really loved that one, Julie. Thank you so much for sending that in. As we've said, like, the music is improvised. We kind of get an idea. I think, like, we'd written down, Jake will whisper something, and then Charlie might sing something at the end. And that's kind of all we give ourselves in the day when we listen through to everything. So we never know how it's going to go. And I don't know how it came out to you guys, but it felt pretty blooming magic to us, that one. So thank you so much, Julie. That was that was stunning. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see I'm doing a cry count today of how many cries I can do. I was on 2 by about 11. Oh dear. Right. That was stunning, Julie. Thank you so much. And look at all the love in the comments. Isn't that lush? Yes, yes, yes. All right, some more birthday cards then, please. I think I should probably have a cry.
Let's go to the postman. Have you got anything for us? Yes, they have. Some more messages. Blimey.
Lovely.
Yeah. Hi, this is Claire Davis from Vancouver, Canada. I want to wish Jake and Charlie and the Open Collab a very happy first birthday. Thank you for all you've done to bring authentic and beautiful collaboration, both at home where you are and internationally, in this really kind of crazy human time. It's really been a highlight of my pandemic. These are words I didn't figure I'd ever have to use. So thank you for being so authentic and generous with what you're doing. And let's keep going. It's good stuff.
Happy birthday, Open Collab. Thank you so much for everything that you do. It's been a really great year getting to see all of your amazing improvised music and all of the amazing poets and poetry. Through you guys, I've met so many cool people online, writers, poets, spoken word artists, and it's just been so magical to have my words set to music that is so amazing that I could never have imagined what it would have sounded like. So yeah, thank you so much for inspiring me to write more, because you really, really have. It's really lifted my poetry and writing skills, and for being so wonderful and musically talented and beautiful. Happy birthday. Bye.
Open Collab has been amazing. I would consider myself to be an emerging artist, and I started emerging just before the COVID crisis, and it's just been an incredible way of connecting, being part of something creative. It's been a really hard time for everyone, and it's been an amazing platform. And what I love about Charlie and Jake and what they're providing is it's truly authentic. It actually feels like it's not trying to be anything other than this beautifully evolving, genuine, heartfelt, incredible platform for sharing and bringing people together and love in, love out. It's just lush. It's proper lovely. And I just wish them a massive happy birthday, and can't tell them how grateful I am for what they've done over the last year. I think it's truly incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Ceri. In a minute, we'll do what Open Collab's meant to us, shall we, and answer that question ourselves.
Yeah, I suppose so. Suppose so. We asked everyone else to. It's only fair that we do it ourselves.
Okay, here we go. Another poem. Who's having a lovely time? We're having a lovely time.
Me.
Yeah, lovely time. Who? If you haven't bought us a coffee already, now might be a good chance to do. I mean, it's actually don't do it right now, but do it in a minute.
Yeah.
In a minute might be a great chance to buy us a coffee. Just think of it as your kind of online ticket for tonight. Here we all are. I've got sequins on. We're having a proper night in, night out. So if you can think about how much you'd spend on a poetry night in the real world and donate that to us, that'd be magic on toast. Okay, here we go. The next poem.
What a lovely meal. Very nutritious.
You want to do this one? I've done loads.
You started saying that after like the third one, and I've been doing them all. No worries, I can do this one. Okay, so the next.
Go on.
The next piece is by Miggy, and their piece is called "For Me, the Paper Was Navy Blue." Miggy is from London, and this is what they say about themselves. Miggy is a London I'll start that again. This is actually what they say about themselves. Miggy is a London-based poet who attempts to bring big ideas about life and space and time into little snippets of day-to-day experience. Currently, Miggy is working on a collective group project to make and share creative work that is inspired by or contains parts of each other's unfinished or abandoned art. On Instagram, it's at Unfinished Art Collective, so check that out.
We've got plenty of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll send it all your way. And they have also provided us with a little description of the piece in their own words. So if we're ready, I'll play that, and then we will create some music, I suppose. Is everything ready? Have you...
Oh, I could do with a... No. Yeah, everything's ready.
Yeah.
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 Oh, could we have a title?
Oh, yeah. I
Lovely.
Didn't forget about that. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. So from Miggy, the description of their piece, "For Me, the paper was navy blue."
This poem is a mix of a memory and a daydream. I think a lot about old memories to start my stories. This one started with the memory of a game that was played at a kid's birthday party. We folded up pieces of paper as much as we could and then would stand on it and balance, and whoever could do it the longest won. It was something to keep us busy, I guess, but I remember finding it fun. Clearly, I had the universe in my head that day because that's where I ended up. I love the idea that we're all in the hands of this little kid who's trying their best to look after us. And what that child does is what makes the universe alive and real and everything that we know.
Amazing. All right.
The outside will fold inward, fold like paper, into smaller and smaller, folded by a toddler, where the edges don't match up however hard they tried. But when you put the universe in the hands of a child, things might not always line up how you think they should. But it's theirs, and they will do with it what they please. They keep it safe, shove it into the pocket of their dungarees, the pocket by their heart, the pocket with the flower embroidered into the denim, the pocket for their favourite things, a glittery toy fairy on a keyring, 3 orange Skittles, and the universe. And the universe stays there, jostled about with that little bit of toy magic and that little bit of orange sugar. And the orange might start to bleed into the universe, because this kid spelt their juice down their front, and this may or may not have been an accident. So the sugar might stick, and the universe might now have all of its pieces stuck together. Just a little, just enough to bridge the gap. So when this masterful owner of the universe, this little tot after nap time, remembers, they go into that top pocket, grab the now slightly damp universe and open it up. But the universe tears a little. The fibers weak from all that movement, all that time. You can see the fabric of reality in these tears. See what everything is really made of. The child doesn't cry. They concentrate, tongue sticking out. They open up the universe as carefully as they can, and they see that the now open pages are swirling with orange and glitter and life.
Was that all right that I ripped that out?
Yeah.
Did you need that?
Well, that was, yeah. Wow.
That was amazing. So beautiful and funny and curious and playful and innocent and just beautiful.
And that little child, that little toddler looked after us all tonight, I think.
So much. Thank you so much, Miggy. That was stunning. So cool. And Miggy's part of the piece, the big collaborative piece that's going to be in June as well, which is really exciting too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, wow. That was so much fun. Now listen, I don't know if we've mentioned, but it's our first birthday tonight. And
what, tonight? Today?
We started this show in April last year, 2020. We were due to do an album launch at the end of March, and obviously that didn't happen. I think it was like booked in the week after lockdown started, and obviously everything was thrown into chaos. My summer of weddings and our summer of
you're getting married to loads and loads of different
gigging at weddings, and our summer of festivals and gigs was obviously all cancelled, and we were looking at each other saying, how are we going to carry on making music then? And also, how are we going to stay connected with people and keep collaborative and creative?
Yeah.
And so, we started Open Collab, And we thought maybe it'd be like we all did with it, the mindset of April last year. Looking back now is, you know, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's like we sort of thought it would be all over by June, didn't we? And that's what we sort of thought about Open Collab. We thought, oh, well, we were doing live streams every week, and we were thinking, well, this will just be part of something for a few months. See if we can make some music around poetry. See if people like it, and then that'll be it. Yeah. And we'll be back to gigging in the summer, won't we? And we just have fallen in love with it, and we've fallen in love with the whole monthly process, and we've fallen in love with all of the, you know, all of you guys and all the amazing people we've met and connected with. And I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, do you?
No, definitely not.
So we've created an emotional montage of of like a look back over the year and over some of the many, many memorable collaborations, of which there have been over 150 in the last year. And thank you to each and every one of you who have sent in your poem and who have trusted us with your words. I know I say that phrase a lot, but I really mean it. To hand over something you've made and, you know, edited and re-edited and you know, poured your soul into, and then send it to two strangers and be like, yeah, do what you like with it, is it's really brave and really difficult. And we're really, really, really grateful that you all do that every month.
It's really special.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's have a look back at the year.
See what we got up to.
I think it needs to be that way, that seasons never stay. Hope burning for new air.
Watchful from our windows, a world in breathless shadows.
I am a thought diva.
I believe loving you has always been in my nature.
The night will always give way to the morn.
Thinking how even the most muddled of those Rubik's Cubes can't be solved.
Sunrise, sunlight, sunset, sunrise, sunlight, sunset. I wish you light for those dark days. I wish you warmth against the cold. I wish you success over your challenges, and you contribute back to the glow.
I wish you light for those dark days. I wish you warmth against the cold. I wish you success over your challenges, and then you contribute back to the glow. Sunlight.
I miss the thump of the milk jug as it comes down on the counter like a judge's hammer. Air bubbles extinguished in return for creamy silk.
Met by a dragonfly dancing. Met by a dragonfly dancing.
The traction seemed heavier as I was pulled the wrong way, speeding past stops that blurred with your memory.
For the quiet beauty of our love resonating like an old familiar song, melodic in our bond.
Because we are sculpture, and the rest are walking around like the stuff of life with no art at all.
And the rest are walking around like the starfire of light with no art at all. Praising the grand and generous land. This is all bigger than me. This is all bigger. It's all bigger. Not cool like the other girls. Not cool like the other girls. Not cool like the other girls.
Glottal stop, glottal stop. Back of the throat catch. Make my old man hop.
Pete, a petrol station love story.
Together
agarrándole la mano a la niña para entonces, sí, saltar sin miedo, aunque no estés aquí, nunca más.
Did you ever think about it? Everything you said, everything.
On the stairs, poems touchscreen scroll upload themselves on a digital fizz of hearts.
Smash, smash, heart, heart, heart. Smash, smash, heart, heart, heart.
Home in my chrysalis. Home by the crystallized water.
I am a deceiving mask of mistrust. I'm rotting, eroding in dust. I am all of these things, yet I am nothing but dust.
Let the hairs on the back of your neck prick up and listen to the saluting saviours of our caste.
This is where we get our kicks, making claims on each other, on life, on time, each moment more than sublime. We move through night like flames as we proclaim, after dusk belongs to us.
We are slow-burning comets on a course round the sun.
Wings discarded, I grip the dirt, letting it pass through my fingers like...
I don't think we need people to communicate exactly the same. In fact, I think that's where the problem may be. My grandpa didn't say I love you, but he spent every day trying to show me.
He didn't say I love you, but he spent every day trying to show me.
Leaving nothing but water in our wake until it's time to turn ourselves around and go back home.
Expelled my magic and banished all the legends.
You have the opportunity to be born again from the belly of the underdog with a phoenix-like resilience.
In pain, they are kept. Distracted, they are kept.
Oozing the internal linens that were gently preparing to wrap and strap my lineage's future.
Let's use our money, our time, our voices, our platforms. Let's make it happen. Let's fight for their freedom and for a brighter future for our girls and our young women.
We were the first ones out today, the first to see the blue sky break over the cathedral spires.
If only they knew, he is so much more. Born in lockdown, yes, but not a lockdown baby.
For life isn't always breezy, so I'll take it day by day.
Day is fine, the water's still icy. She is hungry. The day is fine, the water's still icy. I envy her strength, her disregard for caution in loving, her disregard for caution in loving us and loving you. Needs connection like breathing breath.
Because it is us, the wild women, the witch women, the sweet women, the Viking warrior women, the swearing women, the femme women, the full, fat, hot-blooded women, the women with snakes growing from their heads, the ones dropping the children at the gate for 8:10. It's the lovers, the mothers, the maidens, the crones, and the ones who to all of the above say no.
Cry Camp 4 if anyone's counting.
Yeah, it was wonderful putting that together. Really, like just looking back at the whole, like right back to the beginning and how different it looked, but what we were creating, it was still magical that we were able to do that from night one, and the quality of poetry that's been submitted to us every month has always been just blown us away. Of like, I don't know, everything that you said before. But
go on then. What has Open Collab meant to you, Jacob Obden Brown?
To me, very good question. First of all, happy birthday, Open Collab. It
is another thing, isn't it? It's another being.
Yeah. It so swiftly became its own thing. Like month 2, we were like, hang on a minute, this isn't going to go away, is it? In a good way, obviously. But it's just been incredible to skip over. Well, it's for me, it's like twofold. One is like not having to come up with that initial spark of idea, if that makes sense. Of like, inspiration is quite hard a lot of the time. It doesn't just turn on like a tap. You have to coax it and be nice to it and stuff. So it's just been amazing to have so many seeds sent into us that we can just be like, oh yeah, I really love that, or I got a sound for that, or like, I've always wanted to try that. And it's just been such like an experimental thing of like learning how to do everything, and like, oh, that's a great idea, now how do we do that, and just sort of figuring that out and getting that done. And then also it's just been like it's just made inspiration happen on the flip side of that, just because we have a show every month, we have to do something. It gets to Saturday and we're like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of poetry here, and
we've got to make an album this weekend.
Yeah, an album every single weekend of these initial ideas, like first idea, best idea, or however we look at it. And like it's certainly pushed us to the extreme of creating worlds of music and trying things we always wanted to, and honing things that we've been doing for a long time. And it's changed our lives.
Yeah, I know it's a horrible thing well, it's not a horrible thing to say, but it's a dramatic thing to say, but it is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd be doing if we weren't doing this.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be making music all that much as we are.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that side of things.
No.
So, Charlie, what has Open Collab meant to you?
More than I can put into words, in considering what the time is. But
Blimey.
But what I would say is that everyone's having this incredible tsunami of poetry washing over you every month. It's been so inspiring, and we're not poets, and you guys have just welcomed us into your poetry world, even though we've never met, and I think that's a magical thing. And I think, I wasn't writing songs a year ago. I'd written, most of the stuff we were gigging, I'd written 3 or 4 years ago, and now I'm writing all the time, and I'm constantly inspired, and there's constantly somebody new getting involved in the project that I can be inspired by, and I just, it's lit a fire in me creatively, where exactly like you said, you hear the poem and you go, it needs this music, we better learn this kind of music, go.
Yeah.
We've got 48 hours, let's go. And or whatever, or like this next thing that we're going to play out.
I was about to say, speaking of all of this like learning that's been going on.
Yeah, well, okay, let me tell you about the next poem.
Yeah.
So before I say who it is and what it's called, I want to tell you the time. No, actually, I'll tell you who it is and what it's called, and then I'm going to tell you the time frame in which all of this happened. So the next poem is by Kathryn O'Driscoll, and it's called The Moon, Part 1 and 2. Kathryn's from Bath, and she's a spoken word poet, writer, and activist. She talks openly about disabilities, mental health, LGBTQIA+ issues, and joys and gender politics in her wide range of poems. Aside from performing poetry across the Southwest, she's the current UK Slam champion who will represent the UK in the World Grand Slam in Paris in May and has been featured on BBC Radio Bristol and the Sky Arts spoken word TV show Life and Rhymes. Her debut collection will be released by Verve Poetry Press in February 2022. About this poem, Kathryn says, it's a poem about mental health and how it can affect your relationships. In my depression, I often become really withdrawn and think that I am protecting others from my misery, but in actuality, it often hurts people just as much. This poem reflects that. So, let me tell you what happened. We first listened to this poem at 11 p.m. Saturday, a week ago, right? I absolutely loved it, and when you hear it, you're going to fall in love with it too. And I basically just went, right, I need to make a piece around that, and I need to do it now. You know, when we were choosing the poems, and so I think I stayed up till 3, and I just was in total. It didn't matter. I was in like total flow. And I should also say, we make music together all the time, and we produce music together all the time. But I don't really make music on my own. I'm just learning to produce music, as opposed to playing it live, like to release it. And so this is about the 3rd track that I've produced. I finished it on Sunday. We sent it to our friend Simon. Yeah. Simon Abel is a legend, circus performer, dancer, videographer, video editor, general legend, beatboxer, singer.
General legend.
General legend as well. And legend brackets general. And we sent it to Simon on Monday and said, do you reckon you could just dance to this? Or just in your room or whatever, like casual. Yeah. Do you reckon you could get something by Saturday? I don't know, it's a bit much, isn't it? On Friday morning, he texted us to say he was up till 5, editing a video of him and 2 of his performer and dancer friends and colleagues from Circa Media. And he sent it last night, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't say more than that. Yeah. Let's just watch it.
Yeah, let's just watch it, shall we? All right.
So this is Kathryn O'Driscoll, The Moon, Part 1 and 2.
The everyone theory full level the moon. 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 The everyone.
What if the moon loved you? And what if you woke up one mint green morning and tucked under your duvet beside you was the moon? Its sly silver smile might win you over. You might find your eyes sneaking another look, and every few minutes you'd gasp, newly astonished again, a mouth overfilled with wonder, and say, "Wow! Look! The moon!" But the moon would not blink at this. The moon has heard all of this before. The moon sits squat in the bathtub, looking like a sharp, protruding bone that a giant might pick its tar-stained teeth with, and you'd smooth warm water over it and notice how it feels so brittle in your hands. Maybe you'd want to snap the moon. One night you'd suddenly feel the vacuum seal of silence surround you both, and the urge would rise to stamp on its great blank face, turn it to ash. Maybe you'd imagine chipping bits off and selling it as stardust on the internet. Maybe you'd tell yourself that everyone should own a piece of the moon. It's just kindness to let others have it. It's probable, I think, that a person would quickly get sick of the moon. Ever changing but stoically the same, always ethereal but never willing to give you more than the second-hand light it steals from the sun. I think you would want to sleep alone, eventually. And perhaps you'd tie it to the roof of your car. Take it to an Easter half-term car boot sale when it's almost full, plump and ripe for someone to pick it, to want it like you did before it was with you every night. It's possible you'd grow sick of those tidal displays of its affections. One moment here, the next swept out with the undercurrent of tension that comes from cosmic beings that only manage to exist in the dark. The human heart is not designed to love cold, hollow things that are not capable or willing to give us warmth in return. My father was the moon once. I remember watching seasons pass over his face like a stop-motion animation behind the glass of our living room door. He waxed and waned endlessly. Sometimes I'd come home to bone-white plates, round and empty, staring blankly at me, wondering why I continued to ask them for things that they did not have to give me. I drew pictures of the moon and played dress-up. I'd paint my face with watercolours and pretend I was a rainbow. I forgot that moons and rainbows never meet. Or perhaps I didn't forget. Perhaps I picked it so I could tell myself that this was on purpose. Now I have control of the sky. Now I get to decide how pretty I am and how often people look or don't look at me when I'm crying. Maybe I learned how to shrink from my father. Learned how to make a house in the hollowness of space that stretches on and on infinitum between us. I am not trying to push you away. I just don't have my own gravitational pathway. I am pulled from place to place by the habits of being hung alone in a char-black sky. Depression trims me thin into a scythe. I don't mean to hurt anyone. But I'd understand if you felt like a satellite does not love you enough if it does not revolve around you. My father used to be the moon. My mother said it was unlucky to look at a new moon through a window, and back then I never listened. I didn't want to risk missing the time the moon was looking back at me. A rare smile that shone through the eons of space between us, and a glass-paned door like pride that warmed the heart like home. After all, why have the moon held captive if you're not going to ask it for lullabies, hoping that eventually it would say yes. Yes. Now I have control of the sky. Yes. Now I have control of the sky. I am not trying to push you away. Yes. Now I have control of the sky. Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Blimey. Well done, Charlie. That's incredible.
Well done, Kathryn,
Yeah,
for inspiring
incredible
us
as well.
all. And thank you so much to Grania Young Monaghan, to Robert Moon Smith, amazing, and to amazing Simon for putting that all together. That was incredible. I'm not sure how you did that in the time frame we gave you.
I'm not sure how you did it in the time frame that you gave yourself.
So awesome.
From that Saturday to Sunday.
Gosh,
amazing.
I hope you love it, Kathryn. So much fun.
Stunning.
Amazing poem. Amazing poem. Go back and listen to that 16 more times, because there will be so many lines that you missed the first time. Because I did. Amazing.
All right then.
Listen, one more.
Are we
Come
ready?
on.
Are we ready? I don't know. Are we ready? Can you ever be ready for this next one?
No. So, we've got one more piece for you tonight. Thank you so much for being here. As I said, you could be anywhere now, couldn't you? You could be in the pub, be on holiday, doing whatever you want, and you're here. And we're so chuffed. Thanks so much for spending your night with us. This is our last piece tonight. It's a piece that means so much to us, and so much. It really sums up the project and what we were trying to do and what we all continue to try to do. and it's called Touch Hunger, and it's by Ceri Baker. Lovely, lovely Ceri. So let me tell you the story. So what happened was Adam Crowther, who is a DJ at Radio Bristol, posted an Instagram post, and he was talking about isolation and lockdown. And when you're in the sort of role where you have to be happy and extrovert and keep everybody's spirits up, that showing how showing that maybe you're struggling, maybe you're living on your own and it's in lockdown and it's tough, that maybe actually that is a really good thing to kind of have moments of vulnerability and moments of, honesty. And so Ceri saw this Instagram post and responded to Adam's words with this poem, Touch Hunger, which is all about mental health in lockdown. We first made music around this poem in February, and we wanted to bring it back to end the show with tonight. But we're not doing it alone.
No.
For one night only.
One night only. Are you ready?
Are you ready to hear the beautiful voices of the Open Collab choir?
Woo, woo, woo!
Let's all have a big old cry. Come on then.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
All right, are we ready?
This is Touch. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, and the video is ready. This is another bit of a crazy one. Let me just double check that everything is set up correctly, because I don't want to.
So, the moral of the story and of this poem is to look after ourselves and each other. Maybe if you're asking somebody how they are and maybe you don't believe their first answer of, yeah, I'm fine. Maybe ask them again.
All right.
It's okay not to be okay in a world that evidently can't promise it won't sting. I see sadness in people's eyes on Zoom calls, wishing I could unmute and unmask friends, press an unfilter button when they say, "Nah, I'm fine, thanks, all good, really. I'd gift them in self-love and my love too, to bridge the gap between and through the screen, to reach them, to trust in love and to gift them permission to land in human. While we live in this time of touch, hunger, starved of connections to outer, we need to dig deep, go inner, lay down roots in self-love, not filling or numbing holes to feel whole, but healing holes to feel home. Hold your own hand, massage your own feet. Self-love is centering love, not selfish, but a gift, a present in the present. Pass the parcel to unlock your own unique lockdown treats. Go inward, ripple out and repeat. Your own love island for one. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching.
is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. And love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. I see sadness in people's eyes on Zoom calls, wishing I could unmute and unmask friends. Press some filter button when they say, "No, I'm fine, really." All good thanks I'd give them in self-love and my love to bridge the gap between and through the screen, to reach them and to give them permission to land inhuman. Love in, love out, and love yourself alive. No one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. I give them in self-love and my love to bridge the gap between and through the screen, to reach them, to trust in love and to give them permission to land in human. Oh, love in, love out. Like no one is watching. Love in, go on, Brooklyn. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Oh, love in, love
sound that love is watching. I love you. Thank you so much, Ceri, for your amazing, empowering words, as always, and embracing being vulnerable and honest is at the heart of what you're doing, and that we love it so much. And thank you so much to everybody who took part in that crazy choir. What fun we have all had this evening. Love in, love out. Thank you so much, everybody. What a birthday party we've had. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, cry 5 if anyone's if anyone's doing the how many times will Charlie cry during this Open Collab drinking game. It's another shot for you, I'm afraid. So
on that bombshell, that's the end of the Open Collab birthday. But it's not the end of the Open Collab birthday month.
No.
There is lots more going on, including the next thing is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Blunt? Blurry? I don't know. It's not going to be sharp, is it?
No.
11 a.m. tomorrow. We're doing our Sunday brunch behind the scenes, which is going to be just like a little sort of chill out and look back at tonight, even though tonight we were looking back at the whole year. How can you get involved in that? You can join us on Patreon. Is that right?
Well,
Yes.
what I would say is, because it's our birthday, we're just chucking it on our YouTube, but it is normally on Patreon only.
That's true.
But what I would say on top of that is that you can only watch that live on YouTube. If you want to watch it, if you don't get up at 11 a.m. or you've got stuff on, you can watch it back, but on our Patreon page. Hey, our Patreon page is £5 a month to support the project, and it's it kind of takes the hassle out of going and doing a coffee, I guess, isn't it? If you're going to donate every month, you might as well be a part of our Patreon. See loads of other backstage stuff as well. That would be awesome if you joined our Patreon, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome. Yeah.
And if you haven't bought a coffee yet, we'd love that too. And it's not hassle. Don't listen to what I say.
Yes, and but then later in May, we are doing our. I tried to compose myself, and then you just laughed.
Sorry.
In May, we will be releasing the full video of the 5 Musicians, 1 Poet project, which
I'm so
we
excited.
teased before, and it's going to be a really fun to finish editing that together and sharing it with you all. And lots of behind the scenes of that as well that will be going on, like breakdowns, track breakdowns, and how we did it all, and lots of stuff. So that's going to be really fun. But before we close, we have to say one more big, massive, huge thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Should we do it with the choir
Absolutely
back
everyone.
on?
Yeah, we probably should, eh?
Let's put the choir back on. We've got so many people to thank. What? Yeah, that's nice.
There we go.
Thank you so much to all the poets who took part tonight. Tara Griffin, feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Tara Griffin, Blackswan and Robin, and their amazing workshop that they led on Wednesday. Thank you so much, guys. To Leanne, to Lisa, to Mark, to Rebecca, to David and Kat and Julie and Miggy and Kathryn and Ceri. Thank you so much. I know it's a phrase I say a lot, but for trusting us with your words, and we made music around them, and it was magic. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Fra for the amazing drums on Mark's track. How cool was that? There's so much I want to go back and look at again. Thank you so much to Gronya and to Robert and to amazing Simon for putting together that amazing performance and video. We're blown away by that. I mean, it's just beyond anything we ever would have expected. Just magic. And thank you also to this choir over here. We've got my mum and dad. We've got Ben and Miriam and Nick and Rachel and Beth and Anya and Kieran and Caroline and Kerry and Bronwyn. Thank you so much for being part of that magic choir. Thank you to Nikki for being here and for taking photos and being in charge of the chat and just generally bringing the smiles. And thank you to everybody for watching. It's been a magic year.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your birthday cards too. That was fun.
That was fun, yeah.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. No, wait. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you for watching and donating and taking part and clapping and being part of this incredible, incredible community. Quite obviously, this show couldn't happen without you.
Yes.
And we're so, so grateful that it's happening and it will happen again. Loads.
And so thank you to you in the future who is still supporting us and continuing to bring us into the next event and the next event and the next event, etc., etc. Should we sing them out?
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Sing along at home.
Like no one is watching. Love in, love in, love out, and love yourself. Like no one is watching. No, love in, love out, and love yourself. Like no one is watching. Love in, love out. Love yourself like no one is watching. Good night, everybody. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. Enjoy the pub. And we'll see you in June. Well, see you for loads of other stuff before then. But the next live show is in June. Good night, everybody. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning as well.
See you tomorrow morning.
For all the backstage goss. Night, everyone.